When I record stuff like this, I rarely get like genuinely mad, but this story probably gets me more mad than all the stories I've covered so far. Also, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Only around 8% of you are subscribed, which is crazy to me, and I'm on my way to 1K, so it would really mean a lot. Hit that bell, it lets you know when I post. But today's episode is probably it's not even probably, it is a very dark and upsetting tale. So apparently this happened about like 4 or 5 days ago, and literally if you look it up like on any website about the article, it just says viewer discretion advised. So this is terrible. In New Mexico, authorities have released a body cam video showing the moment a 19-year-old woman was confronted by medical staff, police, and not only that, but her mother after, I can't believe I'm about to say this, throwing her newborn into the trash. So this incident occurred in late January after the teen was taken to a hospital by her mother due to back pain, just like lower back pain. At the hospital, the teen, identified as, I'm probably gonna butcher the shit out of this, 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗓𝗓, was administered a pregnancy test that came back positive. 𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓, however, denied having sex and being pregnant, even though those things, I mean, granted, those things can be wrong, but aren't they like 99% accurate? I don't know. I know I have like a small female audience. Can you guys let me know that, please? Or even if you're not, just please let me know. I don't know, all that stuff. Anyways, apparently after at some point, witnesses at some point said 𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓 locked herself in a hotel bathroom and for an extended period amount of time, where a lot of the medical staff were banging on the door, having her like, hey, you've been in there a long time, is everything okay, all that type of stuff, just making sure that she was okay. Well, after a little bit, she finally came out of the bathroom, but it was discovered that the bathroom was covered in blood. It was the people that actually discovered the bathroom was covered in blood was a cleaning crew, and the cleaning crew was then called in and noticed that the trash can was heavier than it should have been. Oh my god, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It actually was said by a couple of the medical staff. The trash was initially not like full, but it had a lot of stuff in it. But it was later found out that she put the baby in the trash can and then put some stuff over it to make it seem like there was nothing in there. And I think it will go into that. So then hospital workers then checked the bag inside of a trash can and discovered a dead infant. Now, if you're probably wondering, okay, how far along was this infant? It was full term. So a 9-month, pretty much like healthy baby. Now, 𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓 claims, quote unquote, that the baby wasn't breathing. But again, that's not an excuse. You're at a hospital. If you really didn't want the baby, you could just give it to a hospital worker, and I'm pretty sure they can, put it up for adoption and stuff like that. Like all that, I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I could be wrong, but this is disheartening. Like, this is awful. The article then reads, once 𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓 was confronted about the discovery, she told authorities that she was unaware that she was pregnant and implied the child was dead at birth, like I just said. So pretty much she gave birth, and so what she claims is that she gave birth in the bathroom and the baby wasn't breathing, and she panicked, didn't know what to do, even though she's in with a whole bunch of medical staff and all that stuff. Instead of, I don't know, giving it to the nurses and doctors, she decides, hey, I'm gonna throw the baby in the trash. Oh my god, this is terrible. Fucking baby's death was ruled a homicide on March 28th, which again wasn't too far long ago, after an autopsy revealed that the infant had air in his lungs and no defects consistent with a stillbirth. Pretty much, I believe, is just code for it's a healthy baby. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? So basically, so what it's basically saying is like, yeah, she's full of shit. The infant had air in its lungs, so it was alive at birth, and it had no defects, basically had nothing wrong with it. So her story doesn't add up. And as of May 10th, where this was coming, so this obviously happened in January, but obviously all the evidence had to come out, and that's why it's so prominent now. 𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗓 was charged with first-degree murder. On May 10th, a judge actually ruled that she could finish the school year, wouldn't have to wear an ankle monitor, and won't be under house arrest, though. She will have a strict 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. curfew. This is crazy that she's allowed to do all this. Absolutely allowed to do all this. So she's allowed to finish out this, basically, or finish out the school year, like whatever, if she's in college, high school, whatever it is. She's allowed to finish out that year. Not only that, doesn't have to wear an ankle monitor, won't be under house arrest, but will have a strict curfew. So now, not only will everybody know about this, but she's getting a little lean. they're being a little lenient in as far as that. It also says that she is required to attend counseling and actually is permitted to travel to Texas without permission to visit family, but cannot travel to any other destination without asking. And then at the end it says if 𝗬𝗧𝗧 violates any of these terms, she will be sent to jail ahead of the trial. So basically, she's getting very, I don't want to say special treatment, but she's getting very lenient treatment with a lot of this stuff, despite how horrific of a crime this actually is. Now, again, whether you want to believe her side or not, it has come out that basically she was lying and that the baby was not dead when she gave birth. She basically what she's trying to make it paint to seem is that she had the birth, was scared shitless, didn't know what to do, killed the baby, and then put it in the trash. That is disgusting. That is gross. This is I can't even make jokes. Like you get, like usually in my other videos I will be like more laughing and stuff like that, but I can't because this is oh my god. This is, I don't even know. There's not amount. There is legitimately no words to describe how awful this is. And if actually we play the clip here in a second, when it actually is brought to their attention with a mother in the mother actually says, oh, do you know something on the lines of like, oh, there was another person that did this, do you know what happened to her? She went to jail. Now again, I don't know what one they're referring to. Crazy enough, there's some surveillance footage of this throwing it in the dumpster, which is crazy. I don't, so apparently like this is gross. This is just, I don't know if this is the same person. I don't believe this is the same person. I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. But it's just, I think this is what they were referring to. This is I don't even know. In this clip, the person in question, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗔𝗟, could face up to 18 years after a guilty verdict was read court Friday, which is, you know, again, not the same person. 𝗬𝗧𝗧, 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗧, two completely different people. But apparently this is what the mom was alluding to, talking about this person who threw it in the dumpster. And I don't know why, but it seems like they brought this up before or something like that, because like, remember what happened to her? Like they had this conversation before. But this is just like, we can keep playing all these clips and put up like the articles and stuff like that, but I have no words to formulate on how I feel about this, because I don't understand how somebody could do this. I just don't. Like, even if you are scared shitless about having a child, which granted is warranted, this isn't warranted in any way, because how can you do that to such a, not only probably very scared too, like as the mother, but also helpless young being / child, whatever you want to say. It's insane. As somebody who works with kids, this infuriates me. And not only does it infuriate, it's just, again, it's disgusting. Like, again, if you don't want the kid, again, that is up to you. That is your choice. Sometimes it is warranted. Sometimes it makes sense. Maybe you don't have enough money. Maybe you're on drugs. Maybe, you know, you have an alcohol problem. I can understand that. And they want to give it up for adoption and, you know, have that baby, or have your baby find another willing and participating family. But you basically just made the worst choice you ever could have. And I don't think this has happened a lot in like history. I could be wrong. I feel like this should be like a lot harsher of a sentence. Like, is that just me? Like, you're just throwing a baby in a that just seems like despicable. Like the fact that 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗔𝗟 could face up to 18 years, so pretty much 18 years max. And then we have 𝗬𝗧𝗧 that could face, what, it was 20 years? I think she's facing 20 years, right? It's yeah, it's a lot, but like, I don't know if that's just me. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think as well. But like, I feel like it should be like a harsher of a sentence. They were very, again, also lenient with 𝗬𝗧𝗧, letting her, you know, travel to go see her family, only giving her a curfew, not giving her an ankle monitor, not basically having her under house arrest, letting her finish out the school year. I get she's 19. I get the other one is 18, but this is such a despicable crime. Like, this really is. Like, God forbid. Thankfully, the baby in the villa one was found alive. The police found it, like her crying in the back, and it wouldn't stop. Then they eventually found the baby, and, you know, it was alive, thankfully. But in the case of 𝗬𝗧𝗧, she killed the baby, and then lied saying the baby was already dead. Like, no, it wasn't. I just don't know. I really don't, because it will. I don't think we'll ever get an answer as to why she did this, other than the fact that she was scared, which again doesn't justify the ends, doesn't justify the means. But like I have to be on a more serious tone here, because there's nothing like, this is just, no, this is just wrong. I hope she okay, I'll say this. I hope she gets what's coming to her, essentially. And I really do, because something like this is probably going to not only, I mean, now everybody knows she's the one who did this. So after even she's 19 right now. So let's say she does 20 years and gets out around pretty much the age of 40. It's going to be hard for her to go back into society and not be labeled as basically, she was a mom, the mom that who killed and threw away her baby. That's never going to leave her. It's not. So if she's trying to find like a spouse, if she's trying to get a job, everybody is going to know this. Obviously the jobs are going to know it because she's been charged with first-degree murder. So again, it says the trial has not happened, but she's being charged with first-degree murder. So whether they find her guilty, not guilty, once that comes out, we find that out, I will be covering that. I will let you guys know if, obviously, if some of you are invested in it as I am. Because I usually will try to see both sides, but I'm having a hard time seeing her side, like genuinely. Like not only she denied having sex, being pregnant when the pregnancy when they took a pregnancy test at the hospital, which I'm pretty sure when you're at a hospital they actually don't use like those over-the-counter pregnancy tests. They do it through your, I could be wrong, they either do it through your urine or your blood or a mixture of both. I feel like it's a mixture of both. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I really don't know. I'm eager to see how this turns out, and if she is found guilty, I hope she gets what's coming to her. I really do, because this is just, if she is found guilty of killing her own baby, if she is found guilty of killing her own baby, that's one thing. But then disposing of the body of your child that you just gave birth to into the trash and basically covered it up to make it seem like nothing happened, except, oh, maybe you just had a bad period. But again, we don't know how bad the blood was in the bathroom. We won't know that because there was no footage of that. We just only have the words. Again, it's just, I have no words. I really don't. And I'm eager to see how this turns out whenever that happens, but I don't know. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how things turn out and how the trial goes. If she's found guilty, if she's found not guilty, whatever it is, I will do a part 2 of this. If you do want to see part 2, go ahead and ring that bell, lets you know when I post a video. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Again, I'm getting close to 500 subs, getting close to 1K subs as well. That would mean a lot. And leave a like. Also, leave a comment on the video as well. I do respond to all comments, and I like all the posts. I love when you guys talk to me, engage with me. It's awesome. Even if you disagree with me, I still like having that conversation. I've had plenty of people on other videos disagree with my points. I don't care if you do. If you do, I want you to tell me. That's fine. I love having the conversation. It's been very good, nothing toxic, which I love. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye bye.